Today's video is about the olive oil lamp. Inside of it is a wick and a wick stand and some instructions. The instructions are as follows. Number 1 says to adjust the wick so that it's about 1/4 inch above the top of the small coil. So we'll adjust that down to where it's about 1/4 of an inch. Whoops. Okay. Next it says to place the wick and wick stand into the lamp container. Then it says add olive oil to just below the top of the coil. Okay. Next it says lift the coil by its handle, tip it, and squeeze the tip of the wick slightly to remove excess oil. Okay. Next it says light the wick tip with a match or lighter and replace it in the container. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. There we go. And that is the olive oil lamp. Some of the other instructions on the paper that came inside the lamp include some cautions about using petroleum fuels. It says not to use petroleum fuel. If the lamp smokes while using olive oil, either the wick is too long or there's a draft. Olive oil as a lamp fuel is burned in such small quantities that it's cheaper than most candles. Also, I bought this olive oil lamp on Lehman's.com, and I got it because the jar had a handle so that I could carry it from one room to the next. However, you could probably make yourself one of these pretty easily if you had an old mayonnaise jar or some other type of jar, and just make yourself a stand and get some hemp string and dump some olive oil in there and you'd be good to go. Or if you prefer, you can also you could also buy on Lehman's.com this stand or several of them and some wicks. They're much cheaper if you just do that than if you buy the jar. It was about $15 for this whole kit, but I think if you just buy the stands and the wicks, it's considerably cheaper. And whenever you're done, and you can just put the lid on here. That removes the oxygen, and the flame will just go out on its own. Also, it's a good idea to use olive oil because it's non-flammable. So if you have a bunch of olive oil in here and you're burning this and you knock it off the table and break it, it's not going to burst into flames. On the back side of the instruction guide that came with the lamp, it discusses burning other fuels in your olive oil lamp. The manufacturer gives some information on other things that they've burned. This paper indicates that they've burned rendered barren chicken, beef fat and lard, butter. They've also burned the following oils: sunflower, canola, safflower, peanut, sesame, walnut, grapeseed, corn, hemp, and soy. Just wanted you guys to take a look at the catalog. This is the fall 2010 catalog for where I purchased the olive oil lamp. Here's a picture of the olive oil cabin lamp. It's $14.95 and it's a 16-ounce jar. It's a little bit larger than the jar that I have, which has mine has a handle on it. Also, they have wine bottle lamps, which would hold a considerable amount of olive oil. They also have globes, as you can see there. You can go to their website, and they have a lot more options available on their website than they do in this catalog. And if you didn't want to go with purchasing one of these jar kits for $14.95, it says you can purchase a 12-pack of wicks for like $8. So you could probably make your own by just purchasing some wicks and keeping those in storage. Another item that I purchased from this company is called "I Didn't Know That Olive Oil Would Burn." This is just like a little 10-page pamphlet that goes over some different types of oils that you can burn, how to render animal fat so that it will burn, what types of vegetable oils burn better than others, and so forth. It's a really pretty decent book, and it was only like $3. Also, I just wanted to say that one of these would be pretty easy to make on your own. If you just had a quart jar with a lid, you could make yourself a wick stand relatively easily, just out of some wire, maybe some old copper wire or something, and get yourself some wicks, and you would be good to go. And it would be a pretty cheap method of having a lantern available. Also, in the instructions, when I was reading into this a little bit, it said for the amount of olive oil that's in this jar, which you can see there in the bottom, not a whole lot, this thing will burn for about 20 hours. That's a pretty decent, efficient method of having some light for not much fuel. Thanks for watching Smart Survival, and have a great day.